Welcome to Her Cancer, Our Story, a raw and honest podcast about facing stage 4 metastatic breast cancer as a couple. Welcome to this week's episode. I'm Mike,
And I'm Kayla.
and this is our story. So, how was your week?
Pretty good. It's kind of a blur.
I know.
I don't really remember a lot of it. I was trying to think back in my head.
Yeah.
Mm, do you want me to elaborate?
Well, let's do that. So we had sick kids this week, so that was always fun.
We did. Our oldest gets random fevers. He always has. And sometimes there's other symptoms, sometimes there's not. So, what day was it? Monday night, he started with a low grade fever. It
Yeah.
never went above 100.6, but he's also one where the temp will start to go down and then it spikes back up and it can last for days. Um, it did not do that this time, but he did miss 2 days of school. And of course, when I was home with him, then Everett, I got a call around 10 from daycare saying he also had a fever. And then he was fine, but again, he stayed home the next day because he was sent home from school.
Yeah.
So,
You stayed home Tuesday with both of them. I stayed home Wednesday.
yeah, I think there might have been a croup thing going on. Everett kind of had that barky cough, but
Liam did too a little bit.
they're both better
Yeah.
now.
Yep. So that was something.
Last weekend we went home to Cleveland for St. Patrick's Day. That was super fun. Saw some friends and family, of course, and the weather was kind of not great. Like Sunday, I wish we could have stayed all day because it was so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Except
we're
it,
on Lake Erie there, and Saturday was cold and windy, and it was still just really nice to get together with everybody.
yeah, that's where a lot of the pictures come from.
Oh yeah, I shared a
But yeah,
post on our Instagram,
like in
some
front, like yeah,
throwbacks.
like in front of the lake there.
Oh, in
That's yeah,
general,
yeah. That's
yeah,
usually that's where that's coming from.
yeah. So that's out in front of my grandma's cottage. If you follow us on Instagram, if you don't follow us on Instagram, her cancer, our story.
Yep.
Follow
Fun
us.
fun fact: we got married there.
We did right in front of my grandma's cottage.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I'm sure we'll share a picture of that someday. Let's see what else. So we came home Sunday. Monday, honestly, I don't remember Monday. Tuesday was St. Patrick's Day. We were home. Um, Liam started track this week,
Yeah.
track
Yeah.
practice. So that was great.
Yeah. Except it rained all day today.
And it was freezing on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's that
Um,
time of year.
yeah, I, I'm trying to think what else.
What else did you do on Tuesday?
Oh, I went to the doctor,
Yeah.
right? Was that
Yes.
Tuesday?
Yes.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yeah, you were supposed to come with me
Yeah.
and you couldn't. We would have asked my neighbor to potentially come over and stay with Liam, but then Everett was sent home and we couldn't do that because he just has no personal space.
Nah.
And I did not want to expose anybody to unwanted germs.
Yeah.
So I went by myself, but it was fine. And I think because I feel so comfortable with her and I feel like some good things are happening, I was okay. I mean, I wanted you to go with me, but I felt okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was an appointment. Like I was like, if there was something else going on, if there was like scans or something that they were reading to us, like I would have wanted to be there.
Oh,
We
yeah.
would have found a way, but
Yeah.
it was really just kind of a check in. But you mentioned some good news.
Yeah. So, first, I just, again, this just confirmed how happy I am with her and I feel really comfortable and she's super positive. So that was great. And, she was like, "You look great." And that was so nice. And I mean, I don't
You always look
always,
great.
oh, thanks, but I don't always feel great. I don't feel like I look great, I should say. I feel okay. Um, she kind of asked me about my symptoms and things like that. And I said, "Really? I feel like they're minimal and just nothing that's super standout noticeable or nothing that I can't just deal with easily." I told her that I'm feeling changes in the tumors in my breast and also my lymph nodes up near my clavicle. And so she didn't feel them right away, but she's like, "Really already?" Like she was like, "Wow, that's great." So we talked a lot.
When you said that, did she seem skeptical at all, or was it just kind of like, oh, cool, cool?
I don't think skeptical, but I mean, she made a point to say that usually they're not those things don't happen this quickly
Okay.
because I've only been on all three, the combination of all three for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Or as of that appointment, I had only been on for 2 weeks. So, and the Kisqali is what's, attacking the cancer cells the most. Obviously, my cancer feeds off of estrogen. So the lack of estrogen in my body helps that. But it's the triple threat with the Kisqali that actually really is trying to kill them. So, um, Yeah, so I talked to her about a few different things. Just like one of the questions I had was I'm getting those monthly shots, and I didn't know at one point in the original appointment with the other oncologist, she had mentioned like at some point getting ovaries out. Like I didn't know, I never really like talked further about what that timeline would look like. So I asked her about that, and she said generally like we just stay on the shots unless I decide I can't handle the shots anymore or if I start having periods again. Like if the shots aren't keeping them away cuz like I'm 36. So it's a medical induced menopause, which means my body won't go into actual physical menopause by itself until a much older age.
Oh, okay, okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We also talked about whether or not I would want a brain MRI. I don't have any symptoms of any like cancer in my brain right now and I haven't, but that is something, we haven't had a scan of that. So, for those of you who don't know, I did have a PET scan, but that just goes from the skull down to like mid thigh because that's generally where metastases will happen in bones or like your other organs, like your lungs and your liver. So, the brain it would light up no matter what on a PET scan because of the like the sugar and everything that's in there. So usually I guess I would do a brain MRI, which again, like I'm not an expert in that area yet because I haven't had to have one. But she said it's up to me. So she's like, I'm not concerned about it right now, but if you need it for peace of mind, we can do it. If you'd rather not spend that money right now, like we don't have to. I'm sure depending on like insurance and things, some people might have to pay a lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
Hopefully I wouldn't have to, but yeah, so there was that. I also had my second EKG. I just need one more. I'm in the clear there. So they're looking for something called QT prolongation. And that's something that can happen as a result of my one med that I'm on. So they do a baseline EKG, one in the middle, and then one when I'm in my off week. So I'll do that next week. And so far, so good there.
nice.
And then we just kind of talked about like next steps and everything. I'll get blood work. Um, we also just talked about like I kind of asked her in general, like, is there anything that we should be considering other than like this first line of treatment? Because there is a trial that I was looking at that's kind of comparing whether they add this other med in on the first line of treatment based on my kind of cancer, but there's no evidence to say that doing it first line or waiting till second line is better right now. And so both she and the previous oncologist that we were seeing like to use that as a second line of treatment just because again it like prolongs the like I guess the lines, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I don't know, she said she was super proud of me multiple times, which was fun, and I just felt really good. Like she loves the response that my body's having. And she did say that usually like the main symptoms, if I'm gonna have bad ones, I would be feeling by now. So
That's
fingers
great.
crossed.
Yeah,
But yeah, all good things. And there's a lot of my lymph nodes that like aren't even palpable anymore. Like I can't feel them
yeah.
at all.
Did she do an exam?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
And she knows the difference right away.
that's awesome.
I know. So she's like, I can move them more and also just the size and like how they feel. So, and she's only felt them once, and that was a month ago. So very
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, that's awesome.
So I'll see her again like towards the end of April. I'll get blood work. We'll go over that. I'll get the other EKG. And then the plan is to have a scan at the beginning of June.
Okay.
So kind of that was a quick recap, but
Yeah, a great recap. With
hmm
this good news, what, how are you feeling?
I feel good. I'm there's like obviously like a piece of me that's like, oh, like am I too positive, optimistic right now? But like why live in the again, we've talked about this, like why live in the world of like, oh, what if or
Hmm.
the unknowns when like I don't know. But what I am seeing right now is positive. Like I just have to live in that world because I've talked about it. Like, I don't want to live in this world of negativity. And not that I'm not going to have like those bad moments and stuff. And my brain does go there. Like, yeah, like, okay, maybe I'm feeling these things, but what if like my bones aren't responding in the same way? But that's not doing anything for me between now and June. And she said, like, if we notice other things, I can absolutely have another scan sooner than then. But right now, like, there's no reason to believe that it's not a positive response. So I just am happy and excited and looking forward to hopefully having a lot of months like this.
Yes, absolutely. Months and years.
Absolutely.
All right.
Trying to
Well,
think if there's anything else.
yeah, I think that was kind of the week. Looking forward to the weekend. A little bit of nice weather. You have kind of a busy weekend coming up. A couple
I
little
do.
things. So let's go back to the week we just went through. What'd you do for yourself this week?
I went to dinner with a friend last night.
Yeah.
I worked with her at my old school. She's an occupational therapist. We talk, fairly regularly, but we haven't seen each other in a while, so we were able to make it work. We went to dinner and caught up, and there's a group of OTs in our school district, and they gave me like a basket of goodies and some things for the boys, and it was just really sweet and thoughtful, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then this weekend, I have a baby shower tomorrow for one of my coworkers who I love, and excited for that. And then Sunday, I'm also getting together with a couple other friends from my old school and looking forward to spending time with them too.
Yeah, that'll be nice. You're going to a winery that has like the igloo things,
Yep.
which are normally meant for when it's cold. It's going to
Mm.
be
Hmm.
almost 80 degrees, so you might be
Yeah.
sitting in a sweat lodge.
Yeah, especially with my hot flashes. I've
Yeah,
had a few hot flashes. I think so. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I might sit outside the igloo, and I
yeah,
don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
I'll
Okay.
I'll report back next week.
Hey, it's gonna be nice. So no matter what.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you had some hot flashes. Have you noticed anything else like menopause since we talked last week about this?
No, I mean, I think the hot flashes is something that, like, she said, she's like, hopefully the symptoms wise, like, you're not going to have any other symptoms from, the letrozole or the Kisqali, but menopause symptoms are to be expected. So I did, I think, experience like a couple hot flashes in the middle of the night. It's a super weird feeling. It's just like a wave of like heat that just kind of like starts in your body, and I don't know how to describe it. Like I've never felt it before. Um, and you can't there's nothing you can do. So, and I've had like a couple at work, but they're manageable, like it's fine. I just This some definitely something I notice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess if that's the worst of it,
I'll take it.
what did you just say about me as we were setting up in regards to menopause?
You look tired. Your eyes.
Yeah,
Your eyes look a
yeah. You
little
said you asked me, "Are you going through menopause?"
I know, I
You
did.
just have tired eyes.
I mean, I have tired eyes too, but again, my body is like thinking it's a 60-year-old woman, not 36. What
Yeah.
is your excuse?
I mean, I'm 6 years older than you,
Still,
and I have been sleeping on a nugget for the last week with two
listen,
boys.
that is all you.
I know.
You have created this monster, and I am not helping you get out of
Well,
it.
yeah, because you have a king bed to yourself now.
Mike, you are the one who keeps saying, "Oh, I'll sleep with you, buddy."
I know it's so
You
hard
can
to
just
say
say
no.
no.
No,
You can
I'm not a
just
monster.
say no. Isn't that what we learned in Dare?
That is.
Hmm.
That is.
Yeah, so you're on your own, kid.
All right. All right. Well, so that's the recap of this week. We had some great news from the oncologist, and I think I want to emphasize like she was saying how proud she was of you, and that
I
that had to
know.
been awesome.
I was. I felt like a little kid. And I will say, like, part of me was like, why does she keep saying she's proud of me? Like, I'm not doing anything. But like I know I am.
You
Like I
are
am doing things.
absolutely.
But it just like feels weird when I'm just taking the meds every day, but like I'm showing up, right? Just show up out of my sweatshirt and I'm doing what I need to do. And I think
Absolutely.
part of that is like having a positive attitude every day and yeah, just showing up.
So next thing we got to do, we got to get moving. Both of us. We keep talking about it.
I know.
Weather's getting nice, so we'll do
I
that.
know. It'll be a little easier.
Okay. Well, so hopefully you've listened to the previous episodes and you're up to date with this, but we've had some pretty heavy episodes, even unintentionally heavy at times. So
Mhm.
Kayla said we need a fun episode,
Yep.
and you decided you're gonna kind of take the reins and you plan this one, and um, you want to have a little bit of fun with this, and so I'm gonna just kind of hand things over to you to explain what we're doing.
All right, I'm not used to being the host, so bear
You're
with me.
you're the star, as we established in episode one.
All right. So, Mike and I have been together for 19 years now. So, we're going to kind of test how well he knows me
This is like a newlyweds
a
game.
little bit.
Okay, all right.
Um So I'm going to ask him some questions. There's going to be like a couple little different rounds, a couple ways that we do this. But for each question, Mike has to give an answer. And then after that, you also have to rate your confidence from 1 to 5.
Okay.
Um, Honestly, I think your confidence level might be a little bit more entertaining than the answers themselves.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that you're going to be pretty confident with some, or like fake confident, but you might also be very wrong. So
We'll
I'm
see.
also going to try to keep score. This might get kind of competitive. I don't know how well I'll do with that, but I'll try my best. So some rules: you answer first, and then you give your confidence. Then I kind of reveal like my thoughts on it, and we kind of talk through it. Um, if you're wrong, you're gonna have to explain yourself a little bit,
Ooh.
and yeah, let's go from there.
So is this kind of a little bit of like a get to know Kayla episode as well?
Yeah, I guess I should have said that.
Okay.
Sorry.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna be asking the questions about me, and you answer about me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, yeah, some of the questions might be like a little more serious, but not really related to like cancer. And then some of them are going to be more funny. So, all
Love it.
right. So, um, first, we're going to start off with 13 questions. And these are more like open ended, I guess. And
Okay.
then we're going to get into more like quick rounds after that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, first one, question number one: what is, oh, also, Mike doesn't know any of these questions. I did not prep him whatsoever. So, good luck.
I don't need luck.
Confidence
Yep.
coming in hot. Okay. What is my most irrational fear?
Snakes.
Is that it?
That's it. I'm 4. My confidence level is 4.
Is it irrational though?
I mean,
That's where I'm going to argue a little bit. I'm going to push back. You have to justify your answer. So
yes,
why
it's
is it
irrational
irrational?
because there's nothing to be afraid of for snakes.
They're so unpredictable.
I get it. So are you.
Okay, but they're just like I know they're not slimy, but you just have no idea what they're going to do, and they can just like creep up on you.
All right. So clearly I'm wrong.
I'll give you one for this one. I don't know. Is it irrational?
I think to me it's irrational to be deathly afraid of snakes.
I've gotten better.
You have because of our boys.
I know I can look at them at the zoo now.
I
I
know.
can even go up close to the glass
That's
and
true.
stare at them. And I'm a little curious now.
Yeah.
Would I pet one? Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No, you're right.
But okay. Ready for question number two?
Oh, I don't know the answers yet.
I mean, I guess I didn't really write answers down. I'm just going to decide
Oh,
as
okay.
we
You just
go.
decide
Yeah.
if it was good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
Uh,
to give you one for that one.
okay.
But, okay. If I had to eat the exact same meal every day, what would it be? And listen, I'm going to challenge you. It's going to be an appetizer, a drink, like dinner, and then dessert.
Okay. Appetizer. Oh, this one. Okay. I
It
had.
could be a sampler.
Oh, well, no. Samplers a kind of a cheat out. I was originally gonna say fried pickles, but it's chips and dip and like queso and guacamole. That's your appetizer.
I'd give you that one. I do love
I
pickle chips,
I
whatever,
know.
but no, I every time we go somewhere, I'm like, I really hope they have chips and dip, and I
Yeah.
really hope Mike's okay with me getting
Yeah.
one.
And then next one's what? Drink?
Yeah,
Spicy marg.
I do love a spicy marg.
I know.
Yep. Okay. Good job.
And then dinner?
Oh, yeah, this one's hard. There's so many options.
Steak.
I do love a steak.
You're the steak eater in this. I don't care for steak.
I
I
know.
think it's an overrated meal.
Yep, we've talked about that.
Yeah. Plus, I hate cooking steak. I'm not a man, I guess, because I
I'm
do not
sorry.
like
It's
cooking it.
not your best thing.
It's not. No, I hate it.
Yeah. Okay. Dessert?
You love key lime pie. I don't know if that's what you want all the time. Um,
I also don't know that I could drink a spicy marg every single day. But so in general, I mean, this is just like,
I get it. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna say key lime pie.
hmm
And
Nice and refreshing after the spicy marg.
yeah, and my confidence in all of these was 5.
Well, I also was, like, giving you
You were, yeah,
validation
yeah,
after
yeah, yeah.
every
Yeah, you
single
broke your
one.
own rules.
So,
Sorry, I'm texting my sister Janine right now. Shout out Janine. You're texting me while we're recording.
I was wondering what you were doing. I was like, "I hope he's not texting me because I don't have my phone."
Nope.
Alright, are you gonna be ready for question number 3, or do I need to delay?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'll give you a point for that one too. I shouldn't I shouldn't do this, I should wait. I'm not the best game host, clearly.
You're doing great, love.
Alright. What has been my favorite vacation that we've ever taken together?
Hmm. I'm gonna say Maine, the Maine road trip. Um, Especially because like Liam came with us. You were pregnant with Everett at the time. It was just awesome. We still talk about it. We want to do it again. If we had to go like just us, does our honeymoon count as a vacation?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say our honeymoon.
Alright. I'll give you
Confidence is 4.
hmm. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
give it to you. No. Yeah.
you're so easy.
Uh, we just 19 years.
Just let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay. So, yes, Maine was great. Yeah, I was really pregnant, or I guess I was like 20 weeks pregnant, but it was a
Yeah,
great trip. And I think, like you said, like Liam's love for that trip and the way he still remembers. I mean, he was only, I guess he was four and a
it was
half,
4. Yeah.
but he talks about that trip even just the other day. He's like, I just want to go back to Maine. I want to go look at tide pools. It was just so fun, like
What
watching
was
him
the one
explore.
thing he always talked about every day up there?
Oh, rocky
Rocky
beaches.
beaches. It's all he wanted because we go to North Carolina a lot and it's sandy beaches. Up
Yeah.
there is all rocky and he loved it.
Yep. Find rocky beaches. So that
Yep.
was like my main goal every day was where can I find a rocky beach for this kid? But it was great. It was super fun, like watching him explore, and because he's a little reserved and doesn't love like to face his fears very much.
No,
And
but he
like,
was climbing these like boulders and stuff.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it was pretty cool to see.
hmm and yeah, and then our honeymoon, we went to Aruba and we went to the British Virgin Islands, and that was just a super fun, like 2 week experience that we were really lucky because of your job at that. Well, like the way you were traveling at that time
Oh,
for
I
your
had
job.
so many points. We paid for that all on points.
Yeah,
Flights, hotels. It was awesome.
so we got super lucky there. All right, I'm gonna go to question number 4. What is something that I always lose?
Um, well, you've only lost your rings once on the way to vacation. You left them at the hotel, but we remembered after we crossed the long bridge. So I won't say that. I'll keep that to myself. What do you always lose?
Okay, wait a minute. You can't just drop
I'm in the
that.
middle of an
Like I'm
answer.
trying to bite my tongue, but you can't just say,
You
"Like we're not
didn't.
going to talk about that," and then
I-
you literally said
Why
what
are you
happened.
talking about it? I said we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, go.
I actually don't know what you always lose. Phone chargers.
Yeah. Well, right now I've lost our spare key and I don't know where it is. So
Well, you haven't looked.
I also don't know where it is. I have
I
no
know, but
idea.
you haven't looked. It's
All right.
probably in your purse or bag.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not the
My
type of person
confidence
that loses
level
a lot.
was 5.
Hmm. Yeah, the score thing isn't
It's
gonna
like
work
what's
for me
that
right
game
now.
show where like the scores are made up or whatever, the answers are made up and the scores don't matter, something like that.
I didn't think this through.
I never think anything through with this.
Can we please go back to the rings?
Yeah.
Yes, I left my wedding rings in a hotel bathroom.
So
And yes, we realized that I realized that I left them, what, 45 minutes into our drive?
longer. So I hate traffic. I hate the Outer Banks traffic of the check-in days, check-out days. So the last 2 times we've gone down there, we decided to get a hotel pretty close so we can wake up early and leave and beat all the traffic. 2 years ago, Everett got sick that night in the hotel, and it was awful. We didn't sleep, and then we had to sleep in because we were exhausted, and then we had to go to the urgent care. So I had to sit in that traffic 3 times because I had to drop you guys off at the urgent care, but then I took Liam to the house to drop him off with my parents. I had to sit in that traffic for an hour, and then I went back and picked you up, which it took me 15 minutes to go the opposite direction, pick you guys up, and then an hour and 15 minutes in that traffic. And then later on, I went out and got groceries and had to do it again for 45 minutes. So then next vacation, we're like, okay, we're going to get a hotel, and everything was fine. We crossed the one bridge that's like it's like the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel Bridge or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Wait, wait, wait. Everett did actually have a fever that night
He
before
did. He
too.
did.
Yeah.
What? Oh my
So
gosh.
something about that kid and staying in a
Yeah.
hotel on the way down to North Carolina, it just doesn't
Yes.
work well for us.
But so we crossed over the bridge, and the the northbound lanes, there was an accident and they were all closed, and there was already a ton of traffic to begin with. We crossed the bridge, and you go, Mike, I forgot my rings. And then let everyone know what my reaction was during all this time.
You were calm.
So
I
calm.
was terrified because I knew your blood was boiling over anger and also probably like they're gonna be gone.
Oh, I assumed your rings were gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
but luckily they weren't gone. They weren't missing. We
The lady at
called.
the hotel was
She went up and
very
got them.
responsible and nice, and the
Now I
cleaners hadn't
am
been in yet.
titanium for life at this brand, so
True, they take care of you.
hopefully, hopefully. But my parents were actually coming down later this trip, like that later that night, and they were coming from Pennsylvania and going through the same area. So I had them put it in an envelope and keep it on their desk, and my parents were able to grab it on their way down. So yeah,
Yeah,
crisis averted.
it was.
All right,
Okay.
I won't bring that up though.
Uh-huh. Okay. What is something I always say I'll do tomorrow? I'm really like putting myself under the bus with some of these, so let's just keep
Yeah, it's
that in
about
mind.
time. What will you do tomorrow? I don't know. I want to say like clean the kitchen, but we both put that off. Workout. My confidence
That's
is
been a
two. Yeah, my confidence. I'm not.
no, I mean that's yeah, I think that's a fair
Yeah.
answer. Um, that has not been great for either of us lately, but all right, that one was not as exciting. Sorry. Okay. What are you doing? Are you peeking at my
No.
okay, I just want to make sure. Jeez. Um, what is something that I pretend not to care about but actually do? I feel like I should have prepped you for some of these. Sorry.
Yeah.
Some of these are
Something
deep.
you pretend to care about. I. I don't know if you. I was gonna say like what people think about you, but I don't know if you pretend to not care about that. I think.
What was it
Uh,
going to be?
what do you mean?
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were just not going to say.
No, that was like the first thing that came to my mind. But I don't know. Football?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
That's not a great answer.
That was
I'm
a
not going
bad
to give you a
answer.
point for that one.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know that I have a really good answer in my head, but I'm not going to share it right
You,
now.
oh, you do have a good answer?
Yeah, but
Why
it's
aren't you? This is get to know Kayla,
listen,
not how little does Mike know Kayla.
I, I just can't share the answer right now,
Okay.
meaning I don't have an answer.
Okay. All right. Dun dun dun.
uh, okay. Okay, what is my most repeated complaint? Like the one that you could do an impression of. That's a really long pause. You're gonna have to edit it out.
Um. Ew, Mike, was that you? Confidence is 5.
Absolutely. It's happened multiple times tonight. Oh gosh, you're really putting yourself out there, Mike. Okay. All right. I'm sure you can all guess what that was about. Um, all right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, what is something you do that I tolerate but shouldn't?
Something that I do that you tolerate but shouldn't.
Some reflection, self-reflection.
You know, I I cut my fingernails and I don't have any regard for where those suckers fly in the bathroom. I because I can't control it. I don't know how people control that. I try to get close to the garbage cans and those they're going everywhere. So that's the first thing that came to my mind. And I've never heard you complain about it. So I'll go with that.
I complain every time I find them in my head and maybe sometimes out loud. to myself using some choice words.
Okay.
So maybe you
Confidence
can
level of 5.
maybe you can change what you're doing a little bit. Okay. I saw that look you just gave me.
We're gonna
All
talk
right.
about the hair.
Stop it. I have long hair, and here's the thing that's going to be a sensitive subject some
I
point in the future,
understand.
so you're going to really have to watch yourself.
I know.
All right. What is something small, like not a big deal, that instantly ruins my mood more than it should?
Ooh. Um, Something small. I think what would that be? I guess I don't know. I don't know if you let small things ruin your mood.
I try not to. Well,
Yeah,
thanks. That
I
was
think
a really good answer. I
yeah.
try really hard. I'm
Yeah.
sure sometimes I'm not great at it, but I feel like I'm generally just somebody who doesn't really let like little silly things get
No.
to me.
And like if I have to give you an answer, I will say
I liked your first answer. It made me sound like a really good
you are a
person.
really good person. But I'm going to give an answer
Okay.
and I'm going to say my tone of voice sometimes.
Tone matter. I know my tone matters too. I'm not great with it, but like your tone matters.
I, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I really liked your first answer
I know. Let's
better.
go with that.
All right. All right. Um, okay, what's something I do that makes 0 sense to you?
Cry when
We've
it's not
already
necessary.
we've already talked about this last
I
episode.
know, that's why I was bringing it up. Something that you do. Ugh, I don't want to say this. I'm gonna get in trouble. Um, you like you like a lot of details and big things for like holidays and birthdays and stuff. Like you like to be you do a lot, and I'm not that way. So
Is it a problem?
um, it can be for me sometimes when
Like what kind of problem?
it's a problem on our wallets. Jeez.
You love it.
The kids love it. I love it too. That like I said, that was just a
We
quick
know.
answer.
I know. I know. Okay. All right. Well, I think those are a lot of the heavier questions. You did okay.
Okay.
You did
I'll
pretty
take
well.
okay.
Yeah. Um we're going to get into more like fun things. It's just, I had to
Yeah.
ask some deeper ones about me.
Sure.
Okay. So, what's your confidence level right now overall with how you did with those?
5.
Yeah, I'd give you that. I think you only got really like 1-0. Not bad. Okay, but we're going to go to a flash round. Okay.
Okay.
So, this is rapid fire. Don't think, just answer.
I never do.
Okay. Um, Ready? I'm
Yep.
going to ask you this or that,
Okay.
and it's about me, not about you. Okay. Gummy candy or chocolate?
Gummy.
Yeah, I would say so. TV show or movie?
TV show.
Movies are too long and I fall asleep.
Hmm.
Wine or beer?
Wine.
Yeah, okay. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely. Morning or night person?
Night. But I don't. I mean, I don't.
What does that look
Not,
like these days?
not anymore. Yeah.
I used to be the stay up till 4 a.m.
Your
person.
nighttime when it's winter, it's dark at 5.
Yeah, okay. Control the music or let someone else?
Let someone else.
If I'm by myself or like with certain people, I want to control it. But then, yes, I'm very like not self-conscious, that's not the right word, but I'm a people pleaser, so I don't wanna, like, pick the wrong thing. So, I want them to pick the music for
Yeah.
me.
And spoiler alert, like a new like bonus like episode segment thing I'm doing. Your friend Lisa complains about your choice of music.
Yeah, she has terrible taste in music. I don't know what she thinks. I'm not sure. That's
Okay. I don't know.
yeah. Maybe I have to have her on. We have to have a conversation about that.
Maybe.
She still puts YouTube on in the car, not watching the videos, but, like, that's how she listens to music. She doesn't use Spotify, she doesn't use Apple, like, Apple Music or Amazon Music. She uses just plain old YouTube, not YouTube Music, YouTube. How
Okay.
old is she?
I don't know.
Okay. Alright. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Yeah. Rewatch shows or always new?
Rewatch.
What do I rewatch?
Oh, okay. So I think I I was wrong there. I was thinking like older show, like stuff like going back and like watching previous seasons, like stuff that's already
Oh,
happened. But like it's
things
the
I haven't
first.
watched.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, but yeah, so
I
yeah,
do that.
yeah, new stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Messy or organized?
Should I turn the camera around to our bedroom?
Stop. It's an organized mess.
You you want to be organized.
I'm organized with certain things.
Yeah.
Are you looking at my time limit?
I'm always conscious of the time. That's
I
all.
know
And I'm
your
also
head
like I'm
keeps
no,
looking that
I know.
way.
I'm watching this because I'm conscious of my voice too. Because I know some episodes I kind of like start
Okay,
mumbling
stop
a little
doing
bit, so
that.
I'm watching my voice
All right.
inflection.
Okay. I'm an organized mess. That's
Yes.
how I would describe myself.
Yep.
Okay. Ocean or lake?
Lake.
Yes, absolutely. I love the ocean, but no, lake has my heart. I would pick to go to a lake every single time. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Except for our little cat B that lives on our
Oh
front
yeah.
porch. But I would still pick dogs. Good
Yep.
girl, Riley. All right. Online shopping or in store?
You do a ton of online shopping, but like I do think there's something about going to the store that you like, but it's more just walking around. So I'm guess if you're buying something online.
Yeah, probably. You did tell me this weekend that your least favorite version of me is in store wandering, Kayla.
We went to a Target and you're just like, I just want to go walk around and look at things. And it's like, it takes 12 minutes to do that for a whole Target. I don't know what you're doing.
We have 2 children. I hardly ever shop without them. I was enjoying my moment, and then I had you tagging along,
No,
and it was like I had another
I
child
went
with
off and
me.
looked at other
Yeah, and then
things.
you hid from me in the
Yeah,
store.
I'm a child.
Okay. Sleep with the fan on or off?
Off. You haven't lately.
Because it's winter and we keep our house at 64 degrees. But as soon as it hits 70, I am fan on,
Okay.
sheet only, sweating
All right.
before menopause. So just wait till
All
this
right.
summer.
I had to be wrong for one. That's fine.
Okay. Road trip or fly?
Road trip.
I hate being in the car
You just said you want to get like a sprinter van and do a road trip.
as long as you drive.
Okay. All right.
I hate driving.
I get it.
I hate it. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Neither.
Perfect answer. I put that in there because I mean, most people I think would assume because I'm a teacher and now because I'm older, I would need caffeine from that. But nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Something about you too. You also cannot do it.
No, no, I don't know how people drink coffee. It's disgusting. Tea is even worse. And then, like, how do you people do it so hot?
Yeah, the hot, that's my
People that
problem.
cut like right out of the coffee maker and it's steaming and they're
Hmm.
sipping on it. They're like,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's psycho stuff.
Okay. Sweet snacks or salty snacks?
This is one I almost want to say both. Like you kind of like those sweet and salty things.
I do.
But I think I will. I'm going to say sweet.
Yeah, I think it depends on my mood. So,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right. Planner or go with the flow?
Planner.
I am a planner. I overplan sometimes. Okay, that's the end of that round. We have one more rapid fire.
How did I do?
Really good. You know
Wait,
me well.
wasn't that rapid fire?
Yeah, but this is a second rapid fire.
Okay.
And then we're
Rapider
done.
fire?
What?
Rapider fire?
Did I say that?
No, I said that.
Oh, okay. All right, this one's called Who's More Likely to? This may cause a little bit of tension.
Okay.
Also, it might not because I think we both know. All right, so no thinking, just answer. Lightning round. Ready?
Wait, is this quick fire or lightning round?
I mean, both.
Last round was lightning round, I think.
Listen, I am not normally in the hot seat as the host, and this is a lot of pressure on me today. So, okay.
Yep.
Who apologizes first?
Me.
Who is more dramatic?
Ooh, me.
Really? Good for you. Look at that.
I'm Italian.
I don't think that's why you're more dramatic. Okay. Who spends more money?
Ugh. I'm gonna say you.
Lately, you.
I could.
I spend more money because I have to buy for 3 people, me and the boys. When was the last time you went to the store and bought the boys clothes or shoes or any of those types of things?
I
I'm
love you.
waiting.
I love you.
Okay. Who takes longer to get ready?
You.
Obviously. Who would survive longer on a reality show?
What kind?
Okay, if it consists of like going out in the wild and living by themselves for a week, obviously that's
Oh, it's a
you
dream.
because I'm terrified of everything. But any other reality show, you would
Me.
not be able to handle it.
What do you mean?
Get out of here. You can't stand people.
But I'm really good at like I'm a people person.
You hate being around people though.
Yeah, but if there's a competitive the
Why did you say
competitive.
it
I was gonna
like
say
that?
competition, but then I paused. Competitive aspect. I you would, but I I think if you knowing it was going to be a competition, I'd be okay
You would never make it on The Amazing Race. You know why?
because you would look. We are great communicators. Not when we're traveling. Not when I'm out of my element in a city and you're trying to. And I say, hey, should I turn here? And when your head's down, looking at your phone on Instagram, you say, yeah. And you don't even know where I'm asking you, and then we make the wrong turn, and then I get emotional, and you get mad at me for getting emotional about my tone. My tone is too emotional.
You are 42 years old and you cannot handle driving in a car or talking to people.
I can handle driving a car, just not in the city.
Okay, driving on the back roads of our hometown, like that, that's not what's going to happen on The Amazing Race.
All right,
Okay. Anyway, this is a good one. Who is more stubborn?
you
No.
see
There are so many situations where you are way more stubborn, but that's fine. Who loses things more often?
you
What do I lose? Besides our keys
rings.
and the
I won't bring that up
rings.
again now.
Okay.
No, you lose things. I don't know. I don't know. I think we both might lose things.
You are the prime example of how men look for things, though. What were you trying to find the other day? And I was like, it's right wherever it was. And you're
The
like, no,
kids'
it's not. No,
medicine.
it's
The
not. I
kids'
can't find it.
medicine.
And you were getting all bent out of shape
I
and
was
your tone was changing.
I
And where
search
was it?
I search by color, and the label was yellow, but it was turned around, so I didn't.
You have to turn around. That means you didn't look.
No, I looked in there, but it was
No,
black and white because it was the back of it,
it's
and
blue and white.
well, whatever it is. But I search for color. That's what I do on my phone. All my apps, I know what app to go to because of what color it is, not the name of it or.
All right.
All right,
Okay. Okay. Um, who would win in an argument?
me.
Okay, let's talk about this one a little bit.
Sure,
So,
I'd love to debate this.
you would win in an argument because you don't know when to stop ever. And you will insist you are right no matter what.
Okay, and then you will win in an argument because you just decide the argument's over.
Yeah. And also, I should always win. Okay. Who is messier?
Me,
Absolutely. Who falls asleep faster?
you.
How fast?
Immediately you say good night and roll over, you make us roll over and you're out.
I am.
I'm so jealous.
My mom hates that too. All right. Who is worse at replying to texts?
You.
What? I lately, yeah, I have too many. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean I'm
Way
bad
too
too.
many.
I'm bad too.
Um, okay. Who thinks they're always right?
You.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. Who is more likely to impulse buy?
Me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To a point. Yeah.
But it's things I need.
Do you need them?
Yes.
We have a lot of stuff sitting in that other room over there.
Yeah. I
Okay.
know. We
All
need
right.
it.
Who is more likely to start a project and not finish it?
You.
What?
You. Yeah.
What? Do you see the doors on our house?
Yes. Yeah, they're not stained yet.
How long have we lived here?
12ish years. Looking I need the time.
Yeah, okay. If you didn't have it before kids, you're not going to have it now.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Who is more likely to come home with an impulse puppy purchase?
Oh, me.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
definitely. Who is more likely to get lost?
You.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay. How did I do?
Pretty good. I
Pretty
think we
good?
both know what our faults are. And I think we, just kind of clarified that a little bit more. I think you actually did really well. I think we know each other pretty well. I think I would do way worse on a lot of those answers.
Well,
You're not gonna be able to. No, you're gonna have to ask us some different questions.
n-
There's some of these where I was like, I mean, the rapid fire and things I could easily answer, but some of those beginning ones that were really hard, I'm not sure that I should have gone with all those.
well, we're going to do this again sometimes down the road, and the roles are going to be reversed.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm not very confident with those first 12 questions that we did, or however many. I don't know.
I don't know if I don't know how I did because you didn't even have answers for them for yourself.
Listen, it's really hard to figure out like what you're saying and then also try to keep score and also be the host. It's too much. I can't. This is why you are the host of this.
Okay.
I'm not great at it.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of multitasking.
It is
Yeah.
a lot.
All right. Well, thanks for doing that. Thanks for planning this. I think we needed a little bit of lightness.
No more crying for a little bit. We had to take a
Yeah,
break.
yeah. I did not expect to cry last episode, but that we went there.
A lot.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for doing that. Hopefully, this is a little bit exciting for you guys. But thanks for listening. As always, we can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. I did post the a video version of the podcast on YouTube for last episode. The video kind of sucks. I apologize. I recorded vertically and it just looked weird, and so I'm working on it. I'm going to see how this one goes.
we're learning. Well, you're learning, and we're building
Yes,
this plane as we fly it. So,
absolutely. So
mm,
yeah.
yep.
But yeah, again, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Leave comments. You mentioned the Instagram earlier,
Hmm.
so follow us if you're not.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Thanks for coming
yeah.
or
Thanks.
listening.
Thanks
I don't
for
know.
listening.
All right.
Uh,
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.